Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ordinary E. I'm Ordinary E and we are back on the laptops, guys. So last video on the laptops we tried to fix, I believe it was this one, right? If you're new to the channel, this series I got a haul of laptops, and whatever laptops I fix I give away to you guys or sell them and you take the money. So far I think we've given away 6, 7, 8 laptops now, or taken the money or given the money to charity. That's what one person requested as well, which was good of them. The last video on the laptops, I think we were working on this one, but we hit a problem because it didn't have a power button, and I have looked around in the boxes and I couldn't find a power button, so I don't think we have that. We still have these two laptops which are working but need screens. So now we are down to, oh, and by the way, this is the laptop I'm giving away, which is my working laptop that I started my YouTube video with. So at the end of the laptop series I will be giving this one away, or you take the money as well, obviously. So what are we left with, guys? We're not left with much now. This is a battery. You can see an Apple here. All right, so let's move this out the way. That's the final laptop. So we're left with this, whatever this is. This one, another battery. Don't know what that is. A heatsink, piece of laptop, a keyboard, and another laptop. So we have 3 laptops, I believe, around here. So let's see which one we can fix. I start off with the worst laptop, which I believe might be this one, or this one. This one has no screen. Now we do have screens, so I think we'll try the Zoostorm notebook. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're going to kick off this video with this Zoostorm laptop. Let's see what we got at the back. We've got a missing battery, which is fine. We don't need a battery. Let's see if we can get this out. Oh, we do have a heatsink this time. There is a battery on this motherboard. There is some RAM already installed. These Wi-Fi connectors are not installed. There is another connector here for something. Don't know what that's for. Everything else seems to be intact. Let's see what's under here. Oh, it has a hard drive as well. So we've got a hard drive, we've got RAM. Heat shield wires is installed. So the Wi-Fi is not connected. How do we connect this? This must be nearby somewhere. There's another connector here. Could be missing something there. But we have a hard drive already. Awesome. And where did you guys go? Okay guys, so I'm just trying to figure out where these Wi-Fi connectors go. And so I took this board apart. Well, this is the previous laptop. Took the Wi-Fi card out and it slots in this. So that's cool. However, there is a screw here, or a screw down point here, and that's not going to sit down very well. But then that would answer the question of where these connectors go, because they would just connect onto this. However, I don't have, this isn't the right one, obviously. Hold on a minute. No, I thought I had one in here, but I do not. I pulled this one out of there before, didn't I? So I am missing the proper, maybe we can stick this down somehow and we can still use this. It would be ideal if I got the right one, so we could screw it down and then we can connect the Wi-Fi. We don't need Wi-Fi to see if this laptop works. So the biggest issue this laptop has at the moment is that there's no screen. So we have a screen connector, whatever that pin connector is. Now we do have screens. Everything else seems to be intact. Let's see if we can hook up a screen to this connector and then power it on. I guess that's always left to do with this one. Let's try it. So again, just putting this up to it. The screen looks kind of like, no, it's smaller, isn't it? Maybe we can use this screen? What do you think? Right, I do have screens in here. So let's see if we offer one up, will it fit? Ooh, that might fit. Is it the right screen? Do not know. There is a place for that. Can I get this bezel off? Yes. Alright, to get the rest of this off, I'm going to have to take the top off and get right down, but don't see a connector for that connection there. You see that there? So, maybe not. Then we have this screen. Bit too small. But we can try it. This screen, which is exactly the same. This screen, which is exactly the same. They're all the same. Ooh, look at this one. This one, that's an Apple one. Alright, so we want to keep that for the Apple laptop. Alright, so we have 3 of the same screens. I guess we just try one. And hopefully... So let's see what happens when I connect this to... Oh, it's a different connector. That's a huge connector. Hold on a minute. Okay, this is about the same size connector. Well, let me try and connect this onto that. Looks like it's the same size. It's got another connector here though. Oh no. Well, let's just try and see what happens when I just connect one side. Well, it's connected. This part's not connected. Let's just double check what these ones are. That's a small one. Oh, that's a large one, but then again it has this little thing down the bottom. So I'm wondering if this is the right one for it, because it kind of lines up with these screw holes. So maybe we use that one. But we'll try this for now. So let's put some power to it and see what happens. What do you think? That's where we're at already. Alright guys, I managed to find a charger connector type thing. Let's see, what do you reckon? Moment of truth. Oh, I see power. What is it going to do? Alright guys, I see power. So we do have power to the laptop. It is booting up and I can see faint lines going across the screen. I don't know if it's coming out on the camera there, but very faint. So obviously I need a connector here, or this connector's not working. So let's try another screen. Alright, I've got the second screen with the lugs installed now. Let's try this one. Oh, I've got to put the power back in. Come on baby. Oh, I saw a flicker. Guys, I don't know if you can see it, but it is booted up. So the system is booted up, but I believe we got to connect this for the light. I don't know if there is one down there. I will check. Actually, there might be. Hold on a minute. Alright, so for me to get down to the motherboard that controls the screen, I have got to take it apart. So, the back is apart already. I've got to take out all the screws around the perimeter. So I'm going to take all the screws out. There's like loads down here, behind the battery, all there. And let's see what we can do then. Okay guys, I have taken off every screw that I can possibly see around the edge and the casing, except for this heatsink shield. I'm hoping I don't have to take that off. So let's see if we can get this top bit off now. Yep. Okay, most of it's off, but something's holding it down here. I think the heat shield might have to come off. God damn. Oh no, there's another screw in there. Well, that's cool. 2 screws. There's a lot of screws holding this together. Right. Now let's see if it will come off. Please. Oh. Something over here is holding it down. Could it be that? Could be the heat shield. I just got to get to... Right, I think it's this heat shield here that's holding these 2 screws here that's holding it still in place. So going to remove those. No, that didn't work, so I think we're going to have to remove these 3 screws here as well for the main heatsink. Okay, let's remove that. Didn't want to. Alright, it's loose. Without taking it fully off, will that release this top bit? Please? No, it doesn't. Man, all I've got to get to is down there. Okay, I may be able to lift this out. Yes, success. I got the bezel out. And what that does is it lets me see what this thing is here. And that is indeed a connector for this little cable. So I got to connect this cable into there. Can you see? Can't really show you properly. So I've got to connect that cable into this part of the motherboard. So I've got to connect that cable into this part of the motherboard, that white connector there. And then hopefully, I think we're going to have a working PC. This one might be fixable, guys. Fingers crossed. Let me see if I can get the connector in there without breaking this board. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll try and get this screw off, which then releases it for me to connect. There's the connector we need. All right. Let's do this, guys. That way. One connection. Now, where's the ribbon? Oh, here it is. Okay, I've got it all connected. I put the RAM back in and I put the hard drive back in. So now we're going to put power to it, and now let's see if it'll work. Come on. Yes, it's working, guys. Can you see that? Let me turn the lights. Holy cow, guys, we've got a working laptop. I didn't really have to do much. It had RAM in it already. It had a hard drive. We don't have Wi-Fi, so that would be a thing we need to try and fix, which is either that or we take it from somewhere else. And then we've got to figure out a way of getting this screen to stay in this position, because it looks like it should hook onto the sides here, but it's not going to. Oh wow, so we just need a screen really that fits here, or maybe the bezel will hold it. I don't think any other screen I have will fit on this, but if I press, it says here press F1. What happens when I press F1? F1 to continue. Is it going to load into a Windows? Press Control Alt Delete to restart. Control Alt and Delete. Where is delete? Boot manager is missing. Okay, so we may need to put Windows on here. Okay, the buttons seem to be working, so that's good. Let's try and put Windows on it, I guess. Alright, I can't seem to get into the BIOS, but it is working, guys. We've got potential here. Oh, alright. I think what I'm going to do, what's all the beeping about? Well, I can do Control Alt and Delete. That will restart it. It's not happy. You can see Zoostorm, Intel, but I can't get in the BIOS. So let's put another hard drive that we know is working, I think. Okay, just taking this hard drive out and we're going to put this one in. I feel like there's something missing here as well, but anyway. Now what you're going to do Okay, power, let's go. Should still let me get into the BIOS, but it won't let me. F1, oh, that's different. Okay guys, so it still won't boot. So I've now taken, this is the laptop my laptop that I'm giving away at the end of the series, which we know has an operating system on it, but it's still saying no operating system. So we're going to take it out of the working laptop that we know it works for sure. And now let's see what happens. Come on, give us the Windows. So guys, I can't get into the BIOS and listen to it. That's all it's doing to me. It just keeps beeping at me. I don't know what that means. And then it shuts off. So it's saying something's not connected. Let's see if I can figure it out. So the only thing I've read online about continuous beeping, it could be the RAM. So let's take out this RAM. What RAM do we have here? 512 megabyte. Ooh, I actually have worse RAM than that. So we'll put more RAM in here. We know this RAM is working, I think. Let's populate both slots to make doubly sure. Now let's see what it does. Come on. Okay, so I did notice it's giving me a CMOS error, which is usually the battery. So I did try and check this battery, and it has 0.6, should see 3 volts. This has 2.88, so not good again, but don't have any other option. So unless this works, we could be stuck, guys. Let's see what it does. All right, let's see what it does. Powered on. Zoostorm gives me all the information. Press F1 to continue. Oh, it's looking good, guys, but I don't know what to do after this. Then we just get the dash, and that's it. And then it'll start beeping at me. So it's the same thing, even with this battery. Let's see if I can get into the BIOS now, though. So F2. No, not getting me into the BIOS. I think I need a stronger battery, maybe. Don't know. Do not know. Alright guys, I'm at a loss what to do. So I don't know. I've read online what the beeping might be. It could be a corrupt BIOS. Don't really know how to deal with that, because I'm just an ordinary guy learning about tech and stuff, as you know. So we've changed the battery. The battery is better than this one. I've checked the voltage. We got 2.88 on that battery. It's still not 3, but I don't think that's what's doing it. And we are getting a CMOS error. We'll just show you again what that looks like. Get the screen. Nice Zoostorm. Yeah, and down here you see CMOS check bad. Default configuration used. Warning. Check date and time settings. Not really giving me any much more data than that. And I want to go into the BIOS, but it won't let me. And then when we press F1, we get the cursor up here, and then it will start beeping, right? So don't know what that is. If you know what that is, let me know, and I'll give it a try. We've changed the RAM. We've changed the hard drives. There is another battery in this laptop here, but it's underneath all of this. We know this laptop's working, just needs a new screen, but I can't be bothered to undo all of that to get to the battery. I think what we'll do, I don't know what to do. What do we think we want to do? There is one more thing I could possibly try, and that is repaste the thermal paste on this heatsink. It is getting hot. So the CPU is getting power, the GPU is getting hot, RAM, we've got the operating system in. I don't know what it could be, guys. So it must be the chipset, RAM, CMOS kind of thing, or do we need a new battery? Is there just not enough battery on here? Could be that. Guys, I think I know what it is. Look at that. There's no fan. Ah, of course. Alright, let's find a fan. Alright guys, I think I found a solution. So this is the laptop from the last video that had no motherboard, but it does have a fan. Obviously it's not going to be compatible with this, but we can connect it and just trick this laptop into thinking there is a fan, right? So let's get this fan out, plug it into here. I believe it goes here. Ooh, it could fit. Just have to tape it down. Right, yeah, let's tape it down. Tape it down temporarily. Right, now let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay guys, once again, was this the reason it was beeping and not turning on? Let's see. Fan is on, can hear it. I don't think I put RAM on. Nope, I didn't. Right, let's put some RAM on and try again. Right, will it boot up now? Alright guys, bit of bad news. So messing about with this for a bit, and it's now not posting. So where it was posting before, now we're getting nothing on the screen. I even plugged it into the monitor and it's not coming out. So by putting a fan in, it's now giving me nothing. Could it be the fan? I mean, I'll disconnect the fan and try again. Okay guys, I swapped out the RAM. I noticed that this is only 256 megabytes. 512 in there now, back on the old one. So fingers crossed, let's go. That's what it's gonna do. Oh, we've got the picture. Yes, we've got a boost. Back up. We've got the fan in now. Let's see what it does. Oh yes, let's go. Alright, well, the good news is it's not beeping at me anymore. The bad news is it's just stuck on this cursor screen. I don't know what to do from there. It looks like we took a step forward, but we can't get past this screen. Must be some sort of... I can't get into F2. It won't let me. I can press Control or Delete to start and then try and press F2 as it boots, but then no, it goes back to the cursor screen. Control delete will let me press escape and give me this, and then it flashes back out. Everything seems to be running well and it just won't boot. So what do I do, guys? What do I do? Let me try and play around with it. Alright guys, so I had it left on for a bit of a minute and it's still not going to boot up, and guess what I found? I found the fan. It was stuck to the back of the tray that goes over there. So we do have the fan, so I'm going to connect this back up quick. But I feel like we're getting closer on this one. I don't quite know what to do now. It's just not booting into Windows. Would I need to get back into here? Probably not, other than these. Maybe we can tape these pieces of metal up so they don't hit anything. So that would go on here and the fan would connect first. Bit of an odd way of doing it, or more of a finicky way of doing it. So that would connect there. Now, would I need to get back in here? Probably because to play around with the RAM, possibly. Actually, let's go back to what was in there originally. And yeah, that would just sit on there. So I can put this on. I feel like we're getting somewhere on this one. Just don't know how to get it to boot now. Or something with the BIOS. But I can't get in the BIOS. So that's awesome. We do have the fan, which means I've got a spare fan, which is great. Always need a spare fan. Let's see if we can whack at least one screw in to keep this down. Right, the other thing I noticed while I was playing around with this, and I'll show you. Wonder if that fan works actually. I should just try that. The other thing I noticed is the hard drive doesn't pop out. So hard drive is not connected, maybe. Well look, you can see it comes on and it says press F1, you press F1 and it just goes to the cursor, and I've left that for about half an hour and it still doesn't do anything or boot up. So I think I want to try and get, oh, does this come off? What is this? Oh, that's just, is there any screws under that? No, so it's just a plate. I do need to get under there because I feel like maybe there's more stuff disconnected and we need to connect it. So I think that's going to call it a day for today on this. On the next video, maybe we get deeper into the system and see if we can see anything disconnected. I'm also going to see if I can revive and actually put different types of Windows on here, because maybe Windows 10, which is what's on my PC or my laptop that I've now got in here, maybe it won't boot up Windows 10. So we'll try and look for, like it says there, Windows 7 or something lower than 10. Maybe that's a reason. Don't know. Could it be? Let me know in the comments, guys. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this weekend, and come back on the next one to see if I tackle this or we just move on to another laptop. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. If you've got any ideas, let me know and I'll try them out and let you know how that goes on the next video. And also, if we do get this working, I've got to figure out how to support a screen in here. I feel like we're close on this one. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Right, see you in the next one.